What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Boom Boom Room. Today we are going to talk about a movie that was one of the first scary movies that I ever saw when I was a kid, and it's finally been restored in 4K. And I think you guys have a clue what I'm talking about. So, with that being said, let's do the 4K review of Friday the 13th, Part 1, the original.
Ray,
Yeah.
what's the name of that nightclub of yours again?
You talking about the Boom Boom Room?
Yeah, the Boom Boom Room. That's it.
So guys, I'm going to give y'all my honest review of the upgraded 4K edition of Friday the 13th. Now, this movie came out in 1980 and it was filmed in 16 by 9 format. So it's going to take up the whole screen. It's not going to give you the letterbox bars, the black bars above and below the picture. The runtime of the movie is this is the unrated version. So the runtime of the movie is an hour and 35 minutes, and the audio is in DTS HD 5.1. So you know that it is what it is. We ain't getting no Atmos track in this, but it was still pretty decent mix. Now, my opinions of the movie was that, of course, for me, I'm a big fan of the franchise. Like I said, it was one of the first scary movies that I watched as a child that I remember seeing. Everybody know about the legendary jump scare at the end of the movie. So that kind of, is something that I always remember from my childhood. So I grew up watching this movie and the following sequels of the franchise. So as far as the picture quality of this movie, the picture quality had a light film grain to it. I believe that's how it was intended because it was shot on 35 millimeter film. And as far as the dark scenes of the movie, I think some of the dark scenes was it wasn't, I want to say, not that much of an upgrade. Now the blacks were deep black. I think it was intended for some of the movie to be, it kind of made the movie a little bit more scarier, seeing like the scenes, for example, when it was raining at nighttime and you could hear sounds outside of the cabins, and you could just see the lights of the old swinging lights that was above some of the cabins. It was still kind of hard to make out some of the details of what was going on, like out in the darkness. But I think it was intended to be filmed like that. But as far as the HDR, it did give it some of the colors a nice contrast, and I felt like one of the good things that I noticed about the picture quality was the colors were more vibrant. Like on the clothing, like the person with the yellow rain jacket, the yellow was like a bright yellow. Anything that was red was like a vibrant red. But you're not going to get that 4K crispy look of, modern movies today, just because of, this movie was filmed back in what, they probably filmed this movie in 79 or 78 and it was released in 1980 to the public. But how technology was back then, for its time, it was a good movie. Now, as far as the audio, even though it was in DTS DTS HD Master Audio 5.1, I could hear the rain coming from my Atmos speakers, my height speakers. It wasn't as loud as today's movies are, but it gives the movie a nice kind of immersive effect. Like you can tell that it's coming from the ceiling. Also, I felt like the dialogue was real good coming from the front center channel, and it had like the atmospheric sounds, like just because it was out in the woods, you could hear like the crickets and grasshoppers and stuff coming from the surround sounds. So with that and hearing the wind blowing, and also what I did like was, you know, the sound effect of the those sound effects pan from all of your surround speakers. So you can hear you might hear from the front left, and then you might hear from the surround sound, like they pan around the room. So I thought that was cool. But I mean, it would have been cool to get an Atmos track with this, but I mean, for what it was, I thought it was decent. The bass did not really stand out to me. It was okay. I mean, growing up watching this throughout my childhood and watching it on regular TV and, you know, cable back then, I'm listening to it from, you know, 2-channel stereo, so I didn't have surround sound. So this is, of course, it's a upgrade from how I grew up watching the film. But I enjoyed it, and I mean, this is the best that you're going to get to watch this film. So I mean, it's a nice upgrade. Like I said, I think the colors pop more. It did not have that 4K crispy look, and it had a light film grain. I mean, it wasn't bad. It's not like it's distracting you from the movie. But all in all, this is a classic that I think any horror fan has to have in their collection. So yeah, that's it. That's my thoughts and opinions on Friday the 13th, the original. This is not the one. Jason wasn't walking around with his hockey mask on this one, so this is the one that if you've never seen this movie, this is not the one. I mean, this is the one where his mom was the killer. So Jason don't show up until the end of the movie, and he was a child. So yeah, with that being said, I recommend you get this, put it in your collection to any horror fan. And did y'all get the movie? Did anybody else, you know, what was y'all thoughts and opinions on the film quality, the picture quality, and the audio? And of course, I know all my horror fans out there, this is a must get for y'all. But yeah, that's my thoughts and opinions on this movie. And thanks for checking out the video, and I'll catch y'all guys on the next one.